Okay, so for this assignment, I am responding to a Dear Tori column. The person writing in is dealing with a relational situation where she is engaging in a textual relationship with somebody from work. It seems like they've been texting for about 2 weeks now, about 30 texts per day, and that seems to be going well. He keeps initiating conversation with her. He has told her that he likes her, but when she kind of tries to suggest plans to meet up face to face, he's a bit evasive. So my advice for you is going to consist of two options, and both that I think applies, and I will go ahead and explain that, and then I would select one of the two and definitely move out of the zone that you're in one way or another, and stop wasting your time if you're ready and interested for more. So the first way that you could do it is called the interest-based relational approach. So we want to set the scene, gather the information, agree on the problem, brainstorm the solution, and negotiate the solution, which you've kind of started doing with your column to me. So you've set the scene for me. We know what's going on. You're gathering that information, and this is something either you can take as me and you doing it together, or this is something that you could present to him and just kind of open it up and say, hey, based on what I'm getting from you, this is what I'm feeling like, and you want to agree on the problem. So you're saying that the problem is that he doesn't want to meet up face to face or is being evasive about making plans to do that. I'm agreeing with you on that problem. I would maybe reach out and see if he's agreeing or if he thinks that that is what the problem is. And then if you are agreeing that that's what the problem is, let's brainstorm the solution. So maybe have a FaceTime date instead and talk that way first. Or if he's really not interested in meeting in person at all, that's going to answer it for you right there. And go ahead and just kind of end that right where it is. And a lot of times you don't necessarily need to negotiate the solution. Sometimes in brainstorming it, you kind of just find one together. And then my other advice for you would simply to just be direct with him, right? It sounds like the perceptions of your interactions are appropriate. If he is initiating that conversation and giving you feedback, telling you that he likes you, you would be on track to perceive that information as it is and think that he is interested in you because his actions and his words are telling you that he is. And then if you guys are sharing also, fun and flirty text messages as well as some personal details, that would sound like your self-disclosure is on track because relationships are developed and strengthened by sharing those things. And if you're both sharing those things together, that tells me that the bonding is still progressing in a positive direction. It's only been 2 weeks. Maybe he's just really busy, could have had a lot on his plate. My concern is that you guys do work together, and maybe that's why he's on the fence about if he really wants to jump in on this or not. So I would approach that and just say, hey, I'm interested in you. I really enjoyed talking to you. I'd love to sit down and do this face to face. Maybe we could grab a coffee or grab some lunch. And then if he rejects that invitation, just, say, depending on what kind of excuse or what answer you get back, you can push it a little bit further. But at the end of the day, people make time for what they want and what is important to them. And if after you directly ask if he would like to do something, if he's still being evasive, there's probably a myriad of reasons as to why, and if he isn't going to disclose that to you, and he doesn't have to, and you need to be okay with that if he doesn't disclose it to you, that you'll be okay and move on. As long as you've made the effort to say what you want and communicate what you're really looking for, that is really the only thing that you can do to kind of break out of the situation that you're in and push the relationship forward. I hope that helps.